inspiring story of Mercedes-Benz and Carl Benz. Mercedes-Benz, a name synonymous with luxury and innovation in the automotive world, boasts an estimated net worth of around $80 billion today. However, amidst the opulence and prestige, it's easy to forget the brand's humble origins. It all started with a poor engineer who faced many doubts and failures in his pursuit of building the first Horseless, the early life of Carl Benz. Our tale begins in the German town of Mühlberg in November 1844 when Carl Benz was born into a low-income family. After the untimely death of his father when Carl was just 2 years old, life became a daily struggle for the young boy and his mother. Despite financial hardships and often going to bed hungry, Carl's mother was determined to provide him with a good education. Carl displayed brilliance, particularly in chemistry and mechanics during his school years. At the age of 15, he embarked on his journey towards becoming an engineer by passing the entrance exam for mechanical engineering at the University of Karlsruhe. Here, he would encounter a teacher who would play a pivotal role in shaping his destiny. The influence of Professor Ferdinand Rettenbacher. Professor Ferdinand Rettenbacher, a pioneer in transforming mechanical engineering into a technical science in Germany, became Carl's mentor. Under Rettenbacher's guidance, Carl's interest in horseless carriages began to flourish. As an avid bicycle enthusiast, Carl experimented with ways to create a motorized vehicle, despite many previous attempts by other inventors. Most early automobiles relied on steam engine technology, but Carl, guided by Professor Rettenbacher, realized the need for a different concept. Despite initial ridicule and skepticism, Carl remained steadfast in his vision, believing he needed time to prove his idea. After graduating from the University of Karlsruhe at the age of 19, Carl embarked on a 7-year journey, working various engineering and construction jobs. While he struggled to find his place in these roles, he used the knowledge gained to lay the groundwork for his future endeavors. In 1871, at the age of 27, Carl partnered with mechanic August Ritter to establish an iron foundry and mechanical workshop in Mannheim. Simultaneously, he continued his experiments to develop a motorized carriage. However, Carl's business partner proved unreliable, and their tools were even seized by local authorities, leading to a challenging first year in business. Fortune smiled upon Carl when he met Bertha Ringer, a woman from a wealthy family who would later become his wife. Bertha used her dowry to buy out Ritter's share of the company, placing her and Carl in full control. Together, they turned the business around, despite numerous hurdles. Innovation and struggles. Over the next decade, Carl made significant strides in his experiments, most notably developing a gasoline 2-stroke engine in 1879. He patented numerous inventions, including engine speed regulation systems, ignition via battery, spark plugs, carburetors, clutches, gear shifts, and water radiators. These innovations not only brought him closer to creating a horseless carriage, but also expanded his product range. However, the business faced financial challenges, leading to its incorporation in 1882 and collaboration with other investors. This partnership left Carl with only 5% of the company's shares and without influence over its product designs, a source of immense frustration for him. Despite these setbacks, Carl never wavered in his pursuit of the automobile dream. He left the company in 1883, setting out on a new venture with Max Rose and Friedrich Wilhelm, owners of a bicycle repair shop. Together, they established Benz and Psy, focusing on manufacturing industrial machines and stationary gas engines. The birth of the Benz patent motor wagon. During this period, Carl directed his efforts toward creating a motorized carriage. Unlike previous attempts that merely added motors to existing carriages, Carl designed a vehicle around his gas engine. In 1885, he unveiled the Benz patent motorwagen, a groundbreaking two-seater vehicle with a gasoline four-stroke motor. It featured 3 wire wheels forming a tricycle and reached speeds of up to 7 miles per hour. This invention marked a significant step towards the world's first true automobile. Although met with mixed reviews, it captured the imagination of those who recognized its potential. Bertha Benz's historic journey. One of the most pivotal moments in the history of the automobile occurred when Bertha Benz, without her husband's knowledge, embarked on a remarkable journey in the Benz patent motorwagen. She, along with her 2 sons, set out on a 66-mile journey from Mannheim to visit her mother in Forstheim in 1888. This audacious trip was intended to prove the viability of Benz's invention. Bertha faced numerous challenges on her journey, including dusty and stony roads, fuel shortages, and even mechanical repairs. Despite the difficulties, she successfully completed the journey, showcasing the potential of the motorwagen to the world. Challenges and triumphs. In the years that followed, Benz and Cy faced both financial difficulties and a lack of enthusiasm from Carl's partners regarding his automobile endeavors. However, with the addition of new business partners, Friedrich von Fischer and Julius Ganz, the company regained its footing. Carl focused on engineering, leading to the creation of the Benz Victoria in 1893, followed by the popular Benz Velo. Despite initial resistance, the Benz Velo became a massive success, with approximately 1,200 units produced. It marked the world's first large-scale production car. Competition and innovation. The competition between Benz and Cy and Daimler Motorengesellschaft, DMG, led by Gottlieb Daimler and Wilhelm Maybach, intensified during this period. DMG produced impressive vehicles, including the groundbreaking Mercedes 35 horsepower in 1901, named after Emil Jelinek's daughter, Mercedes. Mercedes 35 horsepower was a game-changer in the automotive industry with its powerful gas engine, steel chassis, and groundbreaking design. It set new standards for performance and speed, achieving a top speed of 56 miles per hour. While Daimler and Benz companies were competing fiercely, Carl Benz remained skeptical of high-speed racing and preferred a focus on safety and reliability. This difference in vision created internal conflicts in his own company. The struggles of Carl's own team designed a high-speed model without his approval, which further strained his relationship with the company. In 1903, Carl reluctantly allowed his cars to participate in races, and this decision ultimately saved his company. The 120-horsepower racing car, along with the 200-horsepower Blitz and Benz, became legends in the racing world, achieving record-breaking speeds. However, their success was short-lived as World War I erupted in 1914, leading to an economic downturn. Both Benz and DMG had to shift their production focus to military vehicles, submarines, tanks, and aircraft engines. The era of civilian passenger cars came to a halt. The Dark Times, World War II, and forced labor. The story takes a dark turn during World War II when both companies were again forced to manufacture military vehicles and equipment. Daimler-Benz, in particular, turned to forced labor to meet the increased demand for military trucks. Prisoners of war, abducted civilians, and detainees from concentration camps were subjected to grueling conditions and long hours in the company's plants. Many suffered from severe malnutrition, mistreatment, and even torture, resulting in countless deaths. By 1944, Nearly half of Daimler-Benz's 63,000 employees were forced laborers. The company's association with the Nazi regime tarnished its history. If you're enjoying the content so far, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our growing community.